This meeting is being recorded.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Today, on this cloudy day, let's commence our session. The world of media is both exciting and challenging. And with technology revolutionizing the way we consume media, whether we're sifting through the new morning newspaper or watching the evening television news or on the smartphone, on social media or other apps, the field of journalism has opened up a plethora of career opportunities. Needless to say, journalism has emerged as an extremely popular career option amongst millennials and Gen Z. And the common route to enter this field is often through a degree of journalism and mass communication. This qualification not just enhances your chance of getting a ticket to the newsroom, but can also be useful for other fields such as communication, marketing, education, and entertainment. For today's webinar, the whole team of K.R.Mangalam University welcomes you all. And to carry us with the journey on the theme, Career in Journalism and Mass Communication in the Digital Era, we have with us three experts today. Dr. Jay Kishan Goswami, Mr. Ritvik Ghosh, and our guest speaker, Mr. Ashish Sharma. So Dr. Jay Kishan Goswami is an assistant professor at School of Journalism and Mass Communication, K.R.Mangalam University. He has a good experience in some of the esteemed university and has a good expertise in research. We have Mr. Ritvik Ghosh, a media and communication professional with an experience of about 20 years in the industry. He has worked in the entire process and cycle of media landscape that includes radio, TV, digital media, public relation, advertisements, and events. Next, we have our guest speaker, Mr. Ashish Sharma. He is a master in journalism and mass communication and has 17 years of working experience with some of the best news channels of the country, such as Aaj Tak, TV Today Group, Sahara India, Z Media, Times Now New Network. Currently, he's working with Planet Cast Media Private Limited as a creative head, where he is entrusted with generating social media content for Delhi government. Today, in digital media, things are evolving and we require different skill sets. And to throw some light on this, we have our guest speaker today. And moving forward, we have Mr. Ashish Sharma. Sir, sir, are you there? Sir, starting your career from TV channel and now you are in digital industry, what exactly is journalism and mass communication?
Yeah, now that is the biggest question that the youth today face because they have a preconceived notion of journalism and mass communication with them because there is so much glitter attached to it. There is so much of passion and people becoming heroes. The journalists are not treated like I can cite you with my example. When I was young, we like had four meals: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and news. And that was the time when we lived with the newspaper. Newspaper was like something that nobody can live without. It was extremely necessary. Then things grew. Then came TV. TV hosts, TV anchors, they became heroes. I myself, as a budding journalist, I idolized most of them like they were heroes. And I thought this is the only thing that journalists do. They run around, they get news, and they come on TV. That notion of mine was broken when I joined a news organization because journalism was not only about reporting. Mass communication was not only about being in the limelight. It is way beyond the limelight. Just being on the limelight is the smallest part of it. So, whoever the students who are listening to it, they must know, they may already know that journalism is not about being in the limelight, being in the show, doing the show, hogging the limelight. It's way beyond that. It's way bigger than that. So when I joined Aaj Tak, that was my first organization when I joined it. I thought I knew a few of the faces. I thought those were the only people that I would find there. Unfortunately, the bubble was about to be burst, and it did. Because when I joined, I got to know the person in the helm of the affairs never came on TV, and everybody was the boss who was running the editorial director was never seen on TV. He was not the person I ever knew. So things are different when you go and when you know things. So whoever is thinking that they want to be heroes, I'm sorry, I'm shattering like a few aspirations, but that is not journalism is all about. It's way beyond that. So when
So,
I
what are the qualities and skill required to enter in the media?
abs- the biggest question is what should you have to become a journalist? And from my personal experience, the first thing that you want is to have passion for news, passion to tell people what is correct, how it is correct, why it is correct. And then you need skills, obviously. And the foremost skill is the command on the language. If you don't have a command on the language, you cannot be a good journalist or a mass communication person. Because mass communication is all about getting your piece of information to a large audience. And then, of course, we need people like you and Mr. Ghosh and Mr. Arora and Mr. Goswami who can tell them the right skills of how to go about the business. You need a good place like your university to prepare them for the job that is coming, that is staring at them. So, to me, the foremost thing is the fire that burns in you to know the truth and to tell the truth.
So, people think journalism and mass communication is about RJ, TV anchor. So, what are the areas where students can enter?
So that is what I began. The the misconception about journalism is about being a hero because you see so many people, so many big journalists, so many people doing such good work. Maybe print people, maybe TV people, maybe digital journalists who have carved a space for themselves. But then they are not the only people, they are the people you see. There are so many people who work behind the screen or behind everything that is happening in this space. It is so much of space. Like, for instance, if you go to a news organization, so it is broadly divided into three parts. The, the most important part is the input, the output, and the technical people, the production people. So, how do they work? So, the input team is responsible for any kind of news gathering in any news organization, be it a broadcast or a print, whatever it is, or any digital medium per se. So the input team has reporters. The job of a reporter is to gather the information. He brings the piece of information to the newsroom. The people in the end, there are also people on the input who are not reporters, who are assignment producers or desk producers or input producers, you may call them. Like I have been one for like 17 years. Their job is to identify a good piece of news, tell their reporters about it. In case the reporter has a news piece, then you have to identify the potential of the news piece and you get the news piece to the organization. And that news piece is passed on to the output desk. So there are similar producers whom you don't see on the television screens or you don't read their bylines on the space. So these people write it in a manner or process the news in a manner that it becomes attractive to the viewer or reader or listener or whoever they are catering to. And then that news is processed and given to the person whom you see as the hero. So, and then the production people are involved in making it beautiful. Like you see the graphics part, you see so many things around. There is data compilation, there is a research team, and there are so many people who are involved. So there is a lot of space than what you see and what you perceive. There is a lot of space. There are lot many positions. And like this digital team coming earlier, there was a hierarchy. the news came or a piece of information came or any media that came in, that had to be processed through a hierarchy. There was one person involved who used, or a group of people who used to take a call. Now, the times of digital, it has all been broken. All the shackles have been broken. If you have a good piece, nobody is going to stop you. So you can put it up wherever you want. There are so many means of communication. You can use it through yourself. You can use it through your organization. There is so much that you can do.
So, sir, you are having such a rich experience. We would love to know about your experience.
So when I joined, I did my mass communication from a Central University. I did it from AMU. I passed my journalism and I didn't know what to do. So I was looking because most of my seniors then were with I mean, it was a big organization. Most of the people are with ETV. So we thought ETV is like bomb. And I just thought that if I get into ETV, it's going to be huge for me. So I decided, I came back to my city. I belong to Meerut. I hope you know that. Meerut is a city close to Delhi. So I belonged to Meerut. I went back to Meerut and I thought I would love to join. I did not know what to do with myself. I spoke to few of my professors. They said, people here, we have potential. Why ETV? Try for bigger. So my professor pushed me and I rushed to Delhi and I just simply distributed my CVs to people whoever I got told to ran around. Because then the basic problem was all our professors and people around us hailed from print journalism. And at that point in time, print was like the gold standard of journalism. TV was coming up. There were not many television channels. So there was there was Rajasthan and a few others, like I told you, ETV, which had a huge diaspora. So I ran through from pillar to post, and like for 1 year I was running around in Delhi, and I thought I'm done, boss, because journalism was all about print and television. And I thought okay, then I went to the print organizations, kept on running, whatever figured out from where, how, when, got hold of people, whoever, all my seniors called them, all of them are, most of them were busy working with each other. So I thought I'll end up with it. But suddenly, out of nowhere, I got two calls. I got a call from Indian Express and I got a call from Ajtan. And I was like, wow, Ajtan, Indian Express, okay, we can do that. I hope not. But I was having cold sweats. I seriously don't know how to go. Because from Meerut, I went to Aligarh and came back to Meerut. I had no experience of Delhi. Not, I was like a gawar for Delhi. So I had no idea what to do, how to do. But eventually went to the place. I was called upon. I went. Then there was this interview. I was called at 12. And I reached Jhandewala at 10:30 sharp. Couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, had butterflies, didn't know what to do. The building I saw was like, okay, I can also get into that building. So such were the fears. And it was like, I won't say fears. I was very excited, but I was more anxious. Reached the office. They made me sit down and I saw so many people I knew. They were the people who were on the TV all the time. And I thought they were gods. They were ordinary people. They were not gods. So grabbing a bite from place, having a cup of coffee, chit-chatting. And I was like, oh my God, he drinks coffee. Imagine, such was the aura of the journalist that a journalist drinking coffee, and I thought, okay, he survives on the coffee. Okay, means coffee is good. So went to the place. They made me sit for the entire day. I was sitting. And in the evening, the gentleman called me for an interview. And he was like, okay, tell me about yourself. And he started working on his laptop. I spoke for like 15 minutes. And I looked at him. I was exhausted, done. I didn't know more about myself. And the gentleman looked at me and said, no, I'm not convinced. Tell me more. I was like, holy shit, what is this? Again, I started speaking for like 15, 20 minutes. I did that. I made a film. I did this. I did that. He was okay. Okay, we'll see. Go. And I was like, what kind of interview is this? Eventually, I was hushed back, and again, I got a call at around like 10 in the evening, and he said, okay, come tomorrow again. There's somebody who needs to meet you. I said, fair enough. Matlab, I passed at least one. Ladder is done. So again, I went and I was like, they will call me at 12, and again, they'll interview me at 10 o'clock. But the gentleman there was sharp 12. I was hushed into a cabin. I was told he is the boss. I thought he must be some big anchor. And I didn't even know the guy. He was not the biggest anchor. He was nobody. I had never seen him on TV. I had never heard his name. Nobody ever mentioned him. And he was the boss. And then I realized, boss. The boss is not the person who's running around and who's on TV. He is not the boss. The boss is somebody else. And he moved out of his cabin like twice, and people were paying attention. I thought, boss, this is the aura. He is somebody big. And that day it dawned upon me that what you see is not actually the truth. It is the half truth. So whoever is listening to me and your students, I would like to tell them that whatever they see and whatever they perceive is generally the half truth. The whole truth they have to decipher with their own experiences. And then I got a call from Indian Express as well. And then I was lucky enough to decide between the two. So most of the people said that Indian Express is the gold standard. But me, being a little crazy person, focused on the 4,000 extra that Ashtak was giving me. So I thought I'll have fun. So I joined Ashtak, and then the learning began. So it was not about how much I knew, because I didn't know anything. Whatever I learned, I had to unlearn, because whatever I was taught was somebody else's experience. So I had to come up with my own experiences of life. So I joined in February, and in March came Holi. So one of my seniors called me and he said, you are working very good. And I was like, wow, this guy who just abuses me is like, you are working very good. Something is like, I did something wonderful. And he said, okay, Ashish, now you do one thing. You will come in the morning shift tomorrow. I said, very good, sir. Thank you so much. So the morning shift was the holy day. I'll just come in the morning shift. So I reached office at sharp 7. I did my entire shift, and the gentleman, there were only few people in the office, not many people in the office. All the hardworking ones were there, including me, of course. So I sat there and
Sir, we lost you.
Ashish sir, are you there? Ashish sir, are you there?
Very well here.
So that was a roller coaster journey of his experience.
Hmm.
There was some power cut issue and he's joining us back.
Okay.
Till then, we can just take some glimpses of School of Journalism and Mass Communication. So we'll play a short video.
Sure, sir.
well, that's that's very uh, uh, Kinarala, can we stop the video now? That was very interesting to see students working, and of course, the journey of our expert was fantastic. Unfortunately, because of power cut, we are not having him. But in the meantime, we can request Dr. Goswami to share with us what exactly is the School of Mass and Communication, Mass Communication and Journalism in K.R.Mangalam University. So over to Dr. Goswami.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much, ma'am. Let me introduce about the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at K.R.Mangalam University. Hope my screens are visible to you.
Perfectly visible.
Okay, once again, very welcome to School of Journalism and Mass Communication at K.R.Mangalam University. So here, the School of Journalism and Mass Communication started its journey in 2015 and has now earned the distinction of being one of the top media schools in NCR. Our team comprises experienced and qualified faculty members with tens of years of combined industry experiences. Our vision at the school is to aspire to become an internationally recognized media school through excellence in interdisciplinary, project-based, student-centric media education. We aim to develop socially responsible, lifelong learners who contribute to nation building through research and innovation. Our missions are to provide excellence in education by focusing on a futuristic curriculum and progressive, outcome-based, hands-on education, foster employability and entrepreneurship through industry interface and live projects, instill the notion of lifelong learning through stimulating problem-solving skills, critical thinking, research, and innovation, integrate global needs and expectations through collaborative programs with premier universities, research centers, industries, and professional bodies, enhance leadership qualities among the youth by having an understanding of ethical values and environmental realities. What we are offering here now, we are offering BA Journalism and MA Journalism and PhD in Journalism and Mass Communication. BA Journalism is 3 years course where the eligibility for this course is 10+2. For MA Journalism and Mass Communication, it is a 2-year course. The eligibility is any graduation. What we are covering during the course, it is reporting and editing, roles, responsibilities, and working pattern, insights into TV working, newsroom scenario, anchoring, writing for television, news production, and the role of the producer, action, direction, RJ, operations, live in a live PCR production control room, camera handling, editing, etc. Overview of modern television newsrooms, breaking news, digital media, and other things. In the curriculum delivery components, we have enrichment classes, remedial classes, industrial visits, internships, and projects. What we are here adopting the teaching and learning process here is ICT based case studies, project reports, home assignments, film reviews, class tests, newspaper assignments, and television assignments. The infrastructure here available here at School of Media, we have fully equipped audio video studio, production control room, computer lab, print production room, modern and smart classrooms for the students. We have a student mentoring facility where the mentors motivate and enable the students to progress professionally, help them to solve their personal issues, have an access to the teachers, course coordinator, HOD, dean, and other concerned functionaries, student-teacher interaction on a regular basis, and tutorial classes for slow learners as well. So these are what the main focus of the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at K.R.Mangalam University. Thank you so much. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. So that was a quick snapshot of our department. So next we will show you a glimpse of SGMC, but behind this,
Mr. Ashish has joined us back, so we can continue that, his experience.
yes, sir, you were telling about your experience, sir. Please continue.
Yeah, can you hear me now? I am extremely
Yes, sir.
sorry. I
Yes, sir.
apologize. It is because of the inclement weather that the power goes on and off. Generally, we don't have power outages, but can't get it. So I'm extremely sorry. So I was talking about Holi. So my shift in charge called again in the afternoon and he said, you did wonderful. I said, thank you so much, Mr. Bahaki. Now I will provide you a drop back home. You should go back home and quickly sleep. So I said, why should I sleep? Because this is the holy day. He said, because you are also doing the night shift.
Sir, your voice is, very feeble. You just
Okay,
keep the mic close.
Yeah. Can you hear me now, sir?
Yes, sir. Now you're very well audible.
All right. So I was talking about Holi, sir, and I was in the morning shift of Holi, and by the noon, I worked really, really hard. And by the noon, my shift in charge called back again and said, you did a wonderful work. Now I'll provide you a drop. Go home and sleep. And I said, why should I go home and sleep? It's Holi. He said, because you are coming in the night shift as well. And I was like, Holi is done. And that is when the second lesson came to me. Because when you actually plan to be a multimedia journalist or a multimedia person, your time is not your time at all. You have to work, you have to be ready to be working 24/7. Because that is why I said passion is the biggest requirement in the field. Because you cannot sit back and relax and think of good things without doing them yourselves. Nobody else is going to come for you. You have to do it yourself. So that is the second thing that came to me. And I was put in the night shift and I thought, okay, I will understand how the news are broken in the morning. Maybe everybody will come running around and we will compile some kind of big bulletin. So I went back home happy, couldn't sleep at all, was not used to. So I was like, I'll die today. That was the thought that came to my mind because I thought I won't be sleeping. And that very thought made me realize that I'm going to die tonight. I won't survive this. And so on and so forth. So I reached office and suddenly there was this person who was like telling me everything, do this, do that. The senior guy who was in the shift, there were two of us. I was with the input team. There were so many others on the output who were like writing news pieces, international stories and stuff. And then I realized that it is not that we only work for India. Because then I was introduced to the concept of Reuters and APTN and other international agencies. Because during the day, we had no idea that we had our own plethora of news that we had to work around. But when we were sleeping, there were others who were actually working. There was in America, there was in Australia, who were working and we were connected to them. And I was like, wow. So this came another. So I thought, okay, there are other people I can talk to. There are others. There is somebody else. So this opened another dimension of my thought. So that is what I'm sharing. So that was the time when the digital thing has not even came into force because even the news websites we used to monitor uploaded their pieces by 4 in the morning. And those were the pieces that ran the entire newsrooms crazy. because they have something or the other that we did not have. So that kind of, earlier I thought, because I was looking at print and TV simultaneously, so I thought TV will finish print. But when it came to experience, it was nobody was finishing nobody. Nothing was finishing nothing. We were all intertwined. We were keeping a watch on the print edition of things. And from the friends in the print, I understood that they were keeping a watch on our television screens, what we were doing. So at least that misconception of mine went off, that with the advent of TV or coming of TV and live breaking news and live everything, print will go to the back burners. It will never go to back burners, because now with the coming of digital, that is the topic of your discussion. I think the most important thing is both, what I realize is both print and television are unilateral mediums. There are a group of people who are
So I think we have lost him again. So your mic is mute.
I said that it was very interesting to know. So what we see is actually what in the universities or institutes of mass communications, we provide basic fundamentals, right? And that is what exactly happens in the universities which do not keep pace with the industry, right? Whereas in KRM, I believe we have a very different way of working, and we are geared towards the university is geared towards the industry. So, sir, Mr. Ritvik, since you are an expert, you have such a rich experience, so you are taking care of the curriculum part in K.R.Mangalam. We'll request you to explain how exactly we go about so that students do not feel those kind of jerks which Mr. Ashish had to go through. So over to Mr. Ritvik.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Dr. Saiba. And a very good morning to all present here. What happens is I would like to talk and walk you through a small presentation of mine, which would, throw more light and be more, give better explanation. So what I have here is like, what happens is the mankind is progressing, and so is the journey of media also. And now that we have entered the digital culture, we need to study how technology and internet has shaped the way we interact, think, and communicate in contemporary society. So our education system, the way we impart education, our curriculum is all designed as per that. And we are aligned with Media 4.0, incorporating digital transformation and innovation. So the ever-changing way we generate and consume new technology in our daily lives and the role this plays in cultural practices is also a big component of this area of study. So this is giving an overview. So I have this slide where it gives an overview of the entire media paradigm that is existing as of now. So we have one section which is core journalism and data journalism. Then we are also having a vertical which is dealing in research in terms of core research, academic research, as well as in news and other communication research, industrial research, and things like that. Then we have theater communication. Theater is also a very major medium of communication. So we have that course also in our entire structure. Then there is sound designing, music and audio production. And to come to the media, main media, we have the news media, electronic media, photography, advertising, public relation, corporate communication, integrated marketing communication, which is the most happening thing as of now. Digital marketing is one major aspect of our curriculum, and designing and graphics. And then we have the further breakup of these particular subjects. Now I am going to talk about that, like our media and communication students have plethora of opportunities to work across many different industries and roles, since we are already, teaching them all these things and making them industry savvy, right? So they include corporate communication and everything is there. So this is an overview of the entire course structure and curriculum, and this is aligned to the industry. So we have aligned our education system with the industry 4.0. So what is industry 4.0? Industry 4.0 is all about automation, use of technology, and how to help manpower enhance their potential. And our education system, the entire way we have designed our curriculum is making the students able and absolutely, like, they should be able to enter the industry and understand what is exactly happening there. So like as Mr. Ashish was telling that, as he entered the media industry, he had to figure out things. Whatever was taught to him was somebody else's experience. So now what happens here is we are connecting the industry in our course curriculum, that you are well connected and you are well aware of what is happening in the industry. So it is not about learning others' experiences, it is learning and understanding the experiences of the industry, and we as the faculty, we are helping you with enhancing your skills and capabilities for that. So aligning industry requirement with education is our main objective of our curriculum. So there is like digitization and use of technology, which is involved to, for your studies and the way you learn things and your hands-on experience and all that. And then convergence, multidisciplinary approach. So it's like you're just not confined to one thing or one way of functioning. Like Mr. Ashish was saying that he later understood that print and broadcast media, they are all intertwined, right? So we are like, imparting education and the entire curriculum is based on such a manner that it covers multidisciplinary aspects, and there is convergence, not only media related, but to understand the society and other subjects as well, right? Then we promote critical thinking. Now what is critical thinking? Critical thinking is your own intellect, your own logic, okay, and reasoning. So that should also work. You should not be like, dictated terms, this is this and you have to do this. No. So you have your own imagination, your own, like, whatever you want to go ahead with, your creativity, your innovative thinking. So we promote that, we push that also, we encourage that very much. And then you have multiple pathways. So it's not like maybe you do mass communication and then you think that, okay, now I have to get into media only. No. So our course curriculum is designed in such a manner that you have other pathways also. If you want to get into marketing, you want to get into sales, you want to get into development of computer games like esports, or core graphic designing, or web development. So you have those opportunities and options as well, right? So that is the basic idea. And here at K.R.Mangalam School of Journalism and Mass Communication is on a path to incorporate teaching process in accordance to the new education policy, sustainable development goals, and NAC. So this is one of the very major aspects that we at K.R.Mangalam University School of Journalism and Mass Communication is focusing on. So this is giving an overview how we guide our students, we give them experiential learning. What is experiential learning now? That you have hands-on experience. You experience things, you work on certain things, and then you learn. It's a practical approach. It's not like, I'm writing things on the blackboard, you take the notes, give the exams, and it's over. It's not like that. You have hands-on experience, and you experience, do things for yourself and learn out of it. And we are there to guide you. Then project-based learning. So we assign projects so that you learn how to handle the from A to Z of the entire process cycle. So we hand over a project, and also you build teams and work in the team so that you learn to work with others, adjust with others, team building, leadership qualities, and team spirit. So all these things are so important, and our project based learning approach is instilling in you these qualities. Then you have peer learning process also, like we are having a very strong base of alumni and all. And also the first year, second year, third year, the masters, everybody is connected in a way that you can always go to your seniors, seek help from the juniors or assistance from the juniors, and in the process you learn also. So that is very important factor. We cannot claim that we know everything, or we are Mr. Perfect, or I have the understanding of this entire complete process or subject. So it's always good to learn from others. So that is there. And then also you have the most important part is we are connected to the industry. So Mr. Ashish also, we invited him today for this purpose, that you have a straight account of a person working in the industry. So he is like straight from the horse's mouth, you are getting the information, right? So that is how we all are working. And of course, we take you out for industrial visits. You do networking with the industry people. We don't stop you from that. Rather, we encourage. I personally encourage my students to take their numbers, email IDs, connect with the media people, the industry people over social media. Like you have LinkedIn, Facebook, you can connect with them. Always gain from their experiences, and also take their help, and from time to time you stay connected with them. So it's it's a very important thing. So that is there. And I won't be I won't delve into the nitty-gritties of new education policy or sustainable development goals and NAC. But just to give you an overview of the pedagogy that we follow here, for reference, National Education Policy 2020 states no hard separation of streams. So that is why we have connected the science stream, the social science, the management. So, all the other schools, the departments we call here schools, we are all interconnected in some way or the other. So you can always learn from other departments as well. Every student will get the opportunity to engage in arts and humanities, as well as in the study of arts and science and social sciences. Because of this, no hard separation is going to be done between curricular, extracurricular activities and co-curricular activities. So we have linked all these three together and the different schools. Now, if somebody wants to learn coding, of course, the science department, the computer science department is there to assist. And we also, integrate certain things from other branches into our course curriculums. Similarly, our approach is an integrated approach, multidisciplinary approach. Here we believe in mentoringship, which is very essential part. We don't have teachers here. So we are your mentors. So you can stay connected with us 24/7. But of course, for a purposeful reason. Then we promote diversity and equality. That is very important. There is no discrimination of any kind over here. Then it is all outcome-based learning and productivity. So even if you are studying in your class, you have different subjects. From the very first day, we encourage you to build your portfolio, which is going to help you when you get into the industry. So it is all about portfolio building, doing projects and activities, and bringing out your potential, and coming up with productivity. We encourage and instill in our students self-confidence, collaboration, team building, and leadership. These are some of the points we emphasize upon. Curriculum here is focused on current industrial requirements. The process of doing is multiple pathways. A lot of thought and scientific thinking has gone into designing of this curriculum here. We have really worked very hard over these couple of years, to actually come up with the latest the curriculum, which is in accordance to Education 4.0, right? So the agenda is a plan of action for people, planet, and prosperity, right? So it is not a question now of just acquiring education and acquiring a job to sustain our livelihoods, but what matters now is quality of life, well-being, and bringing about innovation for a better world ahead, right? So it is education for sustainable development and global citizenship. Our approach is to use all the valuable technological tools and methods for imparting education. Dr. Goswami also had thrown light on, how our entire infrastructure is created for imparting, this kind of education. We are also in the process of integrating flipped classroom methods. So this is the latest trend which is there in the education system, which is flipped classroom, because we want more productivity out of you. It's not like, boring you in the classes with long lectures and notes. You start doing things, right? So that is the basic idea. And so I will just show you some glimpses of, the how the curriculum flows over here. So you have team-based learning, as I already mentioned. So you form teams. You can do individual projects also. We don't discourage that. If you want to go individual and do something, we are all there to support you. You can do that. But we also encourage team-based learning. So you know how to work in a team. You know how to work with different, people, and also especially when you're working in some organization. So there are different personnels, how you connect with them, how you get the work done. So it's all, inculcating there are these soft skills that you must know. So then we have experiential learning. You do and you learn. It's not like I give you some theoretical notes or I give you some lecture in the class and that's it. You do the things and we are there to help and support you and guide you. And whatever theory we are teaching you, it is to enhance your skills. Like, that is the grammar which should be there on your fingertips. Then we have project-based learning. So as I told you, you complete one project. It's not just one piece of job or one piece of assignment. You have to complete the entire project. So right from the scratch, like in video production, what do you have? You have pre-production, production, and post-production. So now you say, I am good at handling camera. Okay, fine. You may be excellent you try to be like excellent in camera handling, but what about editing or writing the script or pre-planning a stage or, pushing it out on various platforms? So you have to have idea of that also, like a holistic idea, complete holistic knowledge, right? So that is why we encourage project-based learning. Then industry visits. It's not like, TV is like this is that, or radio is like this, or newspapers like this. We actually take you out to visits, to a radio station, television station, newspaper, printing press, and there you interact with the personnels working there. You talk to them, you're free to talk to them, you ask questions, and you get your first-hand experience, right? And then you would, it helps in your understanding and also in deciding how you are going to take forward things ahead. Okay, so we have workshops. of course, like, we want you to interact with the industry experts. So we bring them down, we focus on particular topic and subjects, and then you have workshops. And this is very important. Why? Because you are connecting with the topmost industry experts. You network with them. They are going to be your resource people, the people who are going to help you in future, right? So networking is also very important, that, and apart from learning the skills. So this is the purpose of workshops, right? So now, in a nutshell, the aim is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities, right? So for that, we also have a program of community connect. So now the thing is, okay, you have learned the skills of media and all those, technical things and everything. But then in the end, you are living in a society. So all the requirements are of the society. You are part of the society, right? So it's a web of life. So you must understand the society, the people, the culture. So for that, the different strata in our society, and it's all about all of us growing and moving ahead together. The society moves forward, okay, for the betterment. So that is why we have community connect programs also. And since media, it's a very important aspect to promote, and also to see how the community is going forward. So it's very important for the media people to understand the outside world, the real life outside. So for that, we have these community connect programs, right? So to say, like, media is everywhere, even it's like on your palm, just a tap away, right? So, and the industry has moved to 4.0. So the media also has evolved to 4.0, and we are guiding you towards that only. And we move forward with this model of education 4.0 also. So with this, I would conclude. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ritvik. It was fantastic to know that how alive is K.R.Mangalam School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I again see Sir has joined back. So I will request, no, I think Mr. Sharma is here. We would, sir, love you to complete your experience. Mr. Ashish?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, we can hear.
Excellent. I'm extremely sorry, sir. This weather has taken a toll, and it has been such a spoil sport. But again, so I was.
But sir, in media and technology being together, and you have to face both of them, right?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
And plus public, right? So these are, it is a triangle. It's a triangle,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely,
so,
sir. I agree completely.
Actually, so this webinar becomes a very clear picture that you can't take technology granted, you can't take society granted, right?
Absolutely.
You
Yes,
can't
sir.
take your skills as granted, right?
Correct, sir.
So
Absolutely.
this is where we were, that the skills you acquired and the skills which were needed and how you responded. So it was very interesting. So we would love to continue.
Thank you so much, sir. So I would like to conclude, because all through my experiences in the TV media, I understood that nothing can be standalone. But going through phases, I realized that both print and TV media are unilateral media. And then came digital, because in both print and TV, it is a group of people or an individual deciding what people see, read, and what you cater to them. So there was not much of a scope for people to have their say. I was working with Z then, and then the chairman of Z, he got a survey done. He wanted to know what should be done for the TV industry and for the industry at large. So he got a survey done, and the results of this survey were shared with some of the people who were in the helm of affairs. Fortunately, I was one of them. I could get to know So it was the result of this survey said that you should cater to the people what people want, not what you want to cater to them. That is how it becomes an interactive medium. So that survey was shared with everybody in the industry. People talked about it. It was like a big thing to be done. And then came, that is why there is a focus on digital now. Because digital is not a unilateral medium. Digital medium is a bilateral medium. The moment you do something like this, you get a reaction. So it is the most interactive medium. And the advantage is currently India has around 750 million smartphone subscribers. And we expect them to be 1 billion by 2024. So there is a 1 billion audience that anybody can cater to. As Mr. Ghosh said that we are being industry ready, I think you are preparing them to go beyond the industry as well. Because the industry is a limited thing. And 1 billion that I'm talking of is an extremely, extremely large number. It's a huge potential for everybody. Each of your students should not see, this is in my humble opinion, they should not see it as an industry, but they should see as 1 billion opportunities that each one of them can have. By the time they are graduating from here, they will have 1 billion opportunities. Whoever has the right skills and intent to do that. Because this digital medium, whatever choices they make, somebody wants to go to whichever field of media, I wish them all the very best. But I think for each one of them, there is a 1 billion opportunity waiting. And that is the best thing that I find in the digital world of media today. That is the only advantage that I think that it has on every other medium. Because every person is a potential media person. Anybody. You are skilling these people wonderfully is one thing. But if somebody, like any common man, can be a media person, he just have to have a mobile phone in his hand. So that is why honing the right kind of skills and getting into the right frame of mind that you people are doing is very, very important. Because otherwise, anything, any video, any vlog, anything can go crazy. People shoot a video, they put it on the web, and that becomes a sensation. Though this is also, I mean, you can find frivolous content as well. So that is why you have to teach your students or your people that they should know, they should, that demarcation of right and wrong and good and bad, those lines are extremely blurred these days.
Yeah, being responsible. Responsibility is the key word here.
Absolutely, absolutely. You have to teach them to be responsible. So I wish all of you and your team the very best of luck. I think you are doing a wonderful job. And I wish each of your students the very best of luck, because from where I see, they have 1 billion opportunities to do the best in their life.
Well, thank you so much, sir. First is sharing your life, right? And that is what gives one idea, basically, that any field you enter, it is not so simple, right? And it's actually an uncharted territory. Howsoever prepared you may be, it's always an uncharted territory. But there is always an adventure to it, right? And that is what makes you what exactly you are, right? The second point which you, sir, made is that as far as the media is concerned, 1 billion, opportunities. That's something very much opening up a huge horizon, right? That as far as your creativity is concerned, response to others' creativity, so-called within bracket, is concerned, is very important, right? And how it is linked with social responsibility. right? So the world of media is very exciting, full of adventure, is full of creativity, but simultaneously there is a very big element involved with it is social responsibility, right? And that is why maybe Dr. Ritik referred of our social connect, right? So that you're
Absolutely.
always in touch with society, you know what is happening, what is exactly we stand for is to create in society not ripples of a negative kind, but ripples which are positive, productive, and can lead to better understanding and hence the word of communication. So thank you so much, sir, for being with us.
Thank you
And
for the opportunity, sir.
right. And we all fought with the obstacle of technology, right? That is going to stay with us, right? And I think communication has taught us exactly how to go about it. So once again, my sincere thanks, sir. Uh, of course, we have, the School of Journalism and Mass Communication, but as Mr. Ritvik was mentioning, that we follow a multidisciplinary approach. So, what all we do, what for our university stands, right? Uh, and how exactly we function in the university, I think to get a glimpse of that would be very important over here. And then that would help you to understand what Mr. Ritvik said, that how do we create different pathways, or we are a multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary approach, etc., etc., would be more clear. So I will request ma'am now to introduce us to the university. Right?
Sure, sir. So I'm presenting the glimpse of university, K.R.Mangalam University, the complete world of education. The university is recognized under 2F category of UGC. So it's a pioneering institution of higher education in Haryana that is established in 2013 under Haryana Private Universities Act. There are approximately 3,000 students under 12 schools, and we have approximately 150 faculties. The campus is spread over 26 acres of lush green campus with ultra-modern amenities. The industry integrated curriculum with international exposure and tie-ups with various foreign universities and institutions of high repute. We have AC transportation facilities across Delhi NCR. We have fully furnished and centralized AC hostels. We have 65 plus UG and PG programs to choose from. We have air conditioner classroom equipped with audio visual aids. We have full-time faculty with rich industry experience, and we have fully functional high-end laboratories across various disciplines, interdisciplinary project-based learning, and we have record placements year after year with over 400 plus regular recruiters in various disciplines. And we also provide scholarships to 100, up to 100% to deserving students. So this is a snapshot of the courses we offered. So we have a very big schools in engineering, management, and medical and allied sciences. So in engineering and technology, we offer BTech in CSC with AI and ML with academic support, Symmetrics and IBM. We have BTech in ME with academic support, Siemens. We have BCA with specialization in AI and data science with academic support, Symmetrics and IBM. We have BSc Computer Science with academic support IBM, BSc Honors Data Science, BSc Honors Cybersecurity, MTech part-time is also available, and MCA. In management and commerce, we have BBA in HR, marketing, finance, international business, and travel. We have BBA with specialization in business intelligence and analytics with academic support, Symmetrics. We have BCom with academic support, NSC. We have BCom program and MBA with academic support of IBM. MBA part-time is also available, and we have MCom. In basic and applied sciences, we have BSc Honors, Physics, Chemistry, Maths with assistance in civil service exam preparation, IIT JAM. we have MSc Honors, Physics, Chemistry, Maths, MSc Honors part-time. In education, we have B.Ed, BEI, MA, and in architecture and design, we have Bachelor of Architecture, Bachelor of Interior Design, Bachelor of Design, BSc Honors, and BA Fashion Design. In journalism and mass communication, we have BA Journalism and Mass Communication and MA. In legal studies, we have BBA, LLB, BCom LLB, LLB course, BA LLB, and LLM. In humanities, we have BA Honors, MA in English, BA Honors, MA in Economics, BA Honors in Psychology, in Digital Humanities and Chinese. In medical and allied sciences, we have B Pharma, M Pharma, D Pharma, BSc in Operation Theatre Technique, BSc in Dialysis Technology, Medical Lab Technology, Academic Support, Dr. Shroff Charity Eye Hospital. We have Hotel Management and Catering Technology in Agriculture Sciences, BSc Honors, and we have doctoral programs in all disciplines. Next, we have industry collaborations with IBM, Symatrix, Siemens, LinkedIn Learning, NSC Academy, and Dr. Shroff's Charity Eye Hospital. We have also
here I like to, if you go, you see, you might be seeing that we have industry collaboration. So the people wonder industry collaboration means internships only, or you are taken to the industry for some time to have an exposure, to have interaction with the people working over there. But our collaboration with the industry is of a very different kind. So let me explain you, like, how do we really go about it? So apart from the regular papers, right, which you have in any course, in any university, we have specially designed papers. These papers, the curriculum to these papers have been designed in consultation with the industry. Now, since it is entirely related to industry, so the people who should teach you also are from industry. So you will be having, apart from the 150 faculty on board we have, you have on board with us the faculty from IBM, the faculty from Siemens, the faculty from National Stock Exchange Academy, the faculty from Symatrix, right? Now, what do they do? What do they do exactly? For example, IBM, Siemens, and all that, they have created papers, so they give you credits for that. And now those credits are internationally recognized, right? So suppose you are doing, say, your BTech in automobile engineering. Now for that, we have a collaboration with Siemens, okay? Now, collaboration with Siemens means what? Siemens is all for automation and taking it to the next level. That is going beyond the regular, this fuel. We are towards battery operated or electric operated systems and all that, right? Now Siemens has their own, they are their prototypes only, and nobody can use their softwares which they have developed, right? Whereas in KRM, you will be given exposure to that. Suppose you are designing your own automobile. So these softwares will help you. Here, whatever you have designed is faulty. Here, you really need to make a change. Because in software, when you play your design, you come to know where to make change, what exactly is needed, and if this change is there, what would happen to other things and all. So what we are getting over here is something not only additional, but something which will really make you industry ready and industry friendly. So for example, in National Stock Exchange, right, Academy, you'll be surprised that Stock Exchange is running an academy. In this academy, they teach about their software. right? And they give you an idea very, very clearly that if you have to analyze the market trends and all that, how would you go about? What happens exactly? Okay, so we give you an idea of AI, we give you an idea of machine learning, right? We take you to the digital world, all right? And it is not confined only in one discipline, it is pan disciplines. So this is what our industry collaboration is, and this is how it is different. Now, for example, we have collaboration with LinkedIn, like now, LinkedIn is basically actually a group of professionals, right? So there are 15,000 more courses which are open to you. You can apply over there along with whatever you are doing. You can continue to upgrade your skills, right? You can continue to get credits without paying anything. All that. So we are giving you a plethora of opportunities where you can hone your skills and be ready not for the present industry alone, but going beyond the present industry. As Mr. Ashish said, we are providing you those billions of opportunities, right? So over to Matt.
Thank you, sir. So next we have E-Yantra Robotics Lab. So as we are already discussing about technology, so this is one of the initiative we have taken in our university. So
No,
these are the
just let me explain about E-Yantra. Now, this E-Yantra Robotics Lab has been established in the campus in collaboration with IIT Mumbai. So here our students are under the direct mentorship of the professors of IIT Mumbai, right? And you can, you see, as we said that we all base ourselves on project-based learning. In your project, you may be you may be pursuing any discipline, right? But if you are entering into technology and you want to use the robotics and all that, right? Then you have an access to the professors from IIT Mumbai, right? This is how what we are ensuring is that we provide you the best of the best expertise in the campus itself, right? Next.
so these are some of the distinguished professors we have with us.
Uh, Let me explain. These professors are working in different universities, right? Across the globe, right? So they are not only mentoring our students, but they mentor our faculty as well, right? So you see a webinar of a particular kind being held today, and you are participating in that. But these webinars are a very regular feature for the faculty development, also for enhancing the know-how of the students also. And thanks to this COVID, where we have this now Zoom and Google, so we have uh, uh, a professor of eminence. He may be working somewhere in America or England or in Finland or in Singapore, but we have an easy access to it. And we take extra effort to ensure and give you an exposure like this. Now, next.
So as already discussed by Ritvik sir, we have innovative teaching pedagogy with us. Though this is the concept of smart ashram. So, sir, if you want to explain.
You see, Mr. Ritvik was again mentioning of sustainable developmental goals and all that. And all our education policy is driving everything from the sustainable development goals also. So we have, of course, the best of the best paraphernalia with us, the latest technology and all that. But we are not bereft of the basic experiences, the nature, the environment and all that. So we go hand in hand with this. So that is why we have a smart ashram over here. So what you see over here, this ashram has been designed and fabricated by our School of Architecture itself, right? And they have created that kind of a thing even in the campus itself. And many projects around this are carried out by the students. Next, please.
So not only we are talking about the theoretical or classroom discussion, we are also having industry connect, mentor-mentee program, community connect, and clubs and different clubs in society that students can participate in it. As already discussed in by Dr. Ritvik in his SJMC presentation.
But this clubs, you have more than 28 clubs in operation, and they are run by the students. All right. So here is something experiential learning, walking together, working for your passions, all right? And, helping each other. These are few things we ensure through various kinds of club activities, right? So over to ma'am.
So we also give our students an international exposure. So these are some of the MOUs we have signed with university, Middlesex University, London, the University of Melbourne, University of Florida. So these are some of the glimpses our students were on international exposure.
See, now, as far as the international exposure is concerned, it's not just confined to summer camps and all that, okay? In the entire degree, a student is free to decide how much time one wants to spend in KRM and how much you want to spend in a university of your choice with which we have the MOU, right? So it can be 1 year in KRM and three year outside. It can be 3 years in KRM, or it can be only summer, camps. So it is entirely left to the discretion of the student that up to what level you want to go for international exchanges.
So next we have a glimpse of our placement highlights. We have the highest package of 24 lakhs per annum, and more than 400 recruiters has visited our campus, and 600 plus offers has been made to our students, and almost 90% of students get placed. And these are the top recruiters such as Paytm, Sun Pharma,
You
KPMG.
might be wondering, students are placed till 90%, up to 90% and all that. And then what happens to others, let me tell you that we have an entrepreneur cell and we have an incubation cell. So we encourage students to start their own enterprises, and we arrange through our incubation cell the investors for them. And many of our students are running now very successful enterprises, right?
Yeah. So again, these are some of the recruiters we are at KR Review. So our admission process is quite simple. You just meet the admission officer, procure your admission application form, register with us, appear for the admission test. Then you go for a personal interview and you pay the fees and you are enrolled in the KRMU. So this is a very simple process of admission. And this is a comparative analysis of average fee structure across different private universities in Haryana, Delhi, UP, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Bihar. So what KRMU is offering for a 3 years degree program and for a 4 to 5 year technical program.
And you can yourself see that we are charging the least, right?
So next we have the scholarships. We are offering deserving UG students a scholarship of up to 100%. We have a fast track admission to those with 90% or above in 10+2. And we give 15% scholarship for siblings and 15% scholarship for sports quota, 15% scholarships for children of defense personnel, and special financial aids to students from K.R.Mangalam schools. So thank you.
And this is where you can connect with us. May we have this slide again, please? Last slide. So what you see over here is our phone number very clearly, 4888 and 4888. Just dial us. We are only a call away, right? You can mail us. You can see us on various social platforms, right? Most important, we will love you to visit us in the campus, because the real thing is having an experience of your own. You are free to visit our labs. You are free to visit our studios. You're free to meet students and understand the kind of experiences they are having. You are free to meet the faculty. You are free to meet our admission team, who is ready to provide you with all kind of assistance, right? So come, have a taste of it, have a feel of it, and then decide. We will be with you once you join us, not till the time you are with us in the university, but we become lifelong partners and our mentoring continues. Thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you so much to the School of Journalism and Mass Communication for organizing it. And our special thanks to our guest, Mr. Sharma, joining us, enriching us with life experiences. I hope you all enjoyed it and you are all geared towards to be wonderful journalists of the future. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you all so much. And we conclude here.
Thank you, sir.